If you're at the beginning of the process of starting to save money for some large purchase, or you recently experienced an income reduction, or maybe you just need to get control of your finances and you want to create a budget, then you most likely need to start by tracking your current expenses to see where you spend your money and where you need to make adjustments. Hi, I'm Joy of Frugal Creative Living, and I know that many people find expense tracking somewhat tedious and know that it requires some diligence to keep up with. But I'm going to show you 3 ways to track expenses, and depending on your preferences and your lifestyle, you can decide which works best for you and maybe simplify your process a bit. Option number 1 is your classic notebook and pen method, and this is a great option for those that function mostly with cash or just don't like to fiddle with a lot of technology throughout the day. And a notebook like this works because it's small enough to go in your purse or in the armrest or glove compartment of your car, and you're able to keep it handy wherever you go, so you can write down your expenses on the spot. You can keep a list of expense categories taped to the inside of the cover for quick reference, plus it has these pockets where you can temporarily store receipts until you get a moment to just enter the transaction details in the notebook, or until you transfer them to your permanent receipt filing system. And this could be file folders, envelopes, or digital images saved on your computer or your cloud storage account. This method definitely requires the most diligence, since you'll be manually entering each and every transaction. But when you're entering the transaction details, you want to make sure that you include at least the date of the transaction, what the transaction was, the type or category of the transaction, and the amount. And I always like to include the date because it lets me know when the bulk of my expenses tend to fall throughout the month, and then I can see if I need to negotiate the due dates for certain bills so that my expenses are more evenly distributed across the month. Option number 2 is to download your bank account activity once per month. And this option is ideal if all of your income goes directly into your bank account and you function primarily with a debit card. At the very end of each month, you're not going to download your statement, which would usually save as a PDF. Instead, you're exporting your transactions as a comma delimited or a CSV document, which can then be opened in Excel or Google Sheets. From there, you just enter the categories for each transaction, add a filter for the category column, choose each category one by one to add up how much was spent per category, and then type the totals in on the next sheet or on a piece of paper. And this method just eliminates the need to write everything down every day, and can be done in about 1 hour just once per month as you prepare to create your budget for the upcoming month. Just make sure you're still saving your receipts, especially so you can identify what any ATM withdrawals were used for. Option number 3 is to track expenses using a smartphone app. And this is probably the best option for those that have 2 or more bank accounts. There are free apps such as Mint or NerdWallet that allow you to sync multiple financial accounts, and not just bank accounts, but also investment accounts if you have them, so that the only time you have to enter transactions manually are when you receive and spend cash that never went through your bank account. And this could be money that you received in a birthday card or money that you put into a birthday card to give to someone else. The beauty of using an app is that it does all of the math for you. Everything is in one place, whether it be cash, credit, or debit card activity. You can add in all of your upcoming bills with the due dates and set up bill payment reminders. You get instant snapshots of your overall spending and your account balances, and it's all in one place, in one device that, if you're like me, you have with you most of the time already anyway. Just know that whenever you use one of these apps, you do have to spend a little bit of time up front connecting your accounts and putting in your desired expense categories if the pre-populated ones don't meet your needs. But once that information is in there, you don't have to repeat the process again. Now, if you want the convenience of using an app, but you don't like the idea of syncing your bank accounts, then you can use an app like Money Manager and Expenses by Innim Mobile. And with this one, you'll be entering everything manually, but the app still does the calculations for you. It offers monthly comparison charts, the ability to set up bill payment reminders, and a bonus feature that the other 2 don't offer is the ability to upload images of your receipts receipts to go along with the entered transactions. And if you're interested in trying one of these apps or looking into some others, I linked a couple of articles in the description that compare some of the top expense tracker apps for iOS and Android smartphones. If you've gotten any value from this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you have any questions about anything that I spoke on in this video, just let me know in the comments and I'll see you next time. Bye.